by Tats and Toys. Toys. Tats and Toys. Toys. Powered by Tats and Toys.
I wanted to avoid the fucking welcome to Financial Mistakes. I suck at the intros. We are here with Drake the Geek Dad, my co-host TG Vaughn, the man himself. You already know. Let's get it.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, anytime, brother. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate
it. Yeah, we appreciate you getting on. Thank you, man.
No problem. Listen, we roll with the punches like life gives us. And it's been perfect. I haven't been back to work yet. Friday will be my first day officially back to work. But
nice.
Wanted to give you guys, since you guys had this time, I want to be here.
Word. You already know. So yeah, we had to juggle the schedule because I started at a new shop this weekend. I'm not saying any names because I got too many haters, but yep. Thank you. And then, TG's busy as well. So, word. Good day, Ronnie Trickshot. How you doing, brother? Can you guys see the chat this time around?
I do. I can see
it,
yes.
Beautiful. All right, so we're good to go. All right. What are we going to do? Let's start with, tell us a little bit about yourself, Dre.
Oh, my goodness. So, let's see. I live down south now in North Carolina. You could tell with my southern drawl, I'm not really from these parts. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I grew up all over New York. My formative years, I would like to say, I spent in Westchester County. For those of you that are from New York, that's the suburbs. And then when my parents got separated, then I ended up growing up in the Bronx, where I really got my life education. Like my dad said, you had to have your book smarts and life smarts. And I think that's where I got my life smarts, growing up there, because a lot of my family, my cousins, my mom, we kind of moved around a lot because we didn't have a whole lot of opportunities. So she was working. And eventually, after graduating college, going back to college, having my son, life kind of went all kind of flip-flop. And I got to Virginia. And then eventually I came to North Carolina, and I've been here since, and I absolutely love it down here. I started YouTube actually in 2014, and I was terrible. I was very not a personality. I loved watching YouTube people, but I was always like, hi, this is Dre.
There's always that rough start.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was terrible. It's like I was so nervous, but then
I was cringing at my videos earlier.
Trust me, I love going back and I don't have them up anymore because again, I went through a couple of different channels over these last 12 years. And what really started it was I was at my lowest. I was with somebody, I'd gotten married, and she cheated on me 10 months into us being married. So I was at my lowest. My best friend and my sister, love her to death, she took me in, and I was, kind of just sitting there playing games and trying to do live life. And one of my oldest friends from elementary school, he's a Facebook friend. Shout out to you, my boy David Faust, bought me my first camera, which I still have to this day. And he said, go on YouTube and start doing your stuff. And it wasn't until 8 episodes in when we did a live stream on PlayStation of The Division with my brother, my brother-in-law, my cousins, and all of us.
Yeah, The Division is dope.
And this was back then, so The Division 1. So it was like the beta drop.
Yeah.
We were all just like, and everybody's just like, this is you. Like that guy in that stream needs to be on everything you do going forward. And that's what I did. I just started being myself. And, once I kind of did that, it was cake. And then I took off. My first channel did like 1,500 subscribers. I did that all the way up while I was working in the education field because I was a middle school teacher.
Oh, that's right. You were a teacher.
Yeah, I've been in education. I worked teaching pre-K. Yes, I'm tatted. I had earrings, gauged ears, and the kids
you were the
loved
cool
me.
teacher.
I was the cool teacher, and I was the only
Nice.
male in the 2 facilities I worked at. I was the only male, so it was awesome.
Getting all the buns.
Yes, and yes, that will be for our later in the hours. I can talk about that because most definitely that was definitely a different life I lived back then when I was single. But then I eventually stopped doing YouTube because I fell into a group, and ironically enough, Tats, you know the story about who that was. I ended up losing, and I got very depressed. Yeah. So I had a couple other friends. They wanted to do a show, and we created a toy. It was a toy chats, and we did that for a little while. But again, opposing ideas, people, different schedules, located in different parts of the country, and it was just never a good. Like they wanted something that I couldn't do, and then I took another breakaway. And when I took that breakaway, I was just like, I need to go back and just focus on me. Like I had just met my wife. I was starting to get my feet wet with
life was starting to get back.
Like life was starting to life. And I was like, okay, like I gotta start getting things better. So I took a little bit of a break, but I still had people that wanted me to come back. And it was just like a slow burn. And my current channel has gone through 2 different name changes, but the idea has stayed the same, which is a safe space. Because ultimately, after the 2 bad experiences I had, one far being that it affected my mental health, I felt like the safe space, I needed to create that space where people felt they could just come and be themselves. Yeah, I didn't care what your race was. I didn't care what your age was. I didn't care what you collected. If you felt like you needed to find a community, I wanted to start creating one, and I did.
Ideally, that's what I want to do with this here. It doesn't matter what you are, or who you are, as long as you good, we good.
You did that in spades. Happy. Listen, you've done it in spades, and I commend you for it. And listen, I've met Dave. I've met people like Hellspawn Legacy, which you saw when we did the live stream. I've met TG through you, and I've made a lot of new friends and a lot of good people. And I feel like this community, that what the idea I started, I'm seeing it with people like yourself, like Riles, like Black Genghis. Like I can go down the list of everybody. That's shout out to all the good guys and girls that are doing it for everybody, for just keeping it toys.
Yeah.
You know,
except for me, I yell at people sometimes.
Well, I like see. That's what I see when I first met you. I love you for that, because that's what I wanted. I wanted someone to be, and I'm going to use a wrestler, CM Punk. He said something in the mid 2000s that I thought was great, which was, "I am the voice of the voiceless." And when you embodied that, I felt like this is the guy I need to back that horse, because he's doing something that's positive, that I myself want to say. And I know some people, like I have very good friends that are just like, oh man, like that's Dre, like you talk too much and you push the envelope. And I'm like, yeah, but I like to do that because, you know, I've lived a life where, I had privilege, but I was one of 4 minorities in my school. You know, when you're like the one Black kid, 2 Indian kids and me, and the Puerto Rican kid, and you grow up like that for your formative years, and then it's like suddenly your parents get separated, then you're dropped in the Bronx where it's everybody looks like it's just different, and a majority of people look like me. And I felt like I started feeling myself, and I started learning that I needed to appreciate the culture. And I feel like more now what I'm seeing is that I love the community. I love what people, doesn't matter what we are. We just don't like ignorance. And I love that and when you speak out on it, like I said, brother, I love it because you say what's on my mind, and I just heart your video, because I'm like, this is perfect, because he's saying exactly what I fucking think. It's like, there it goes, you know, because if you're stupid and you're gonna think you're gonna get away with something, you know, like look, we live in a time where it's not the best, right?
That's another thing is the climate. It's like you're picking this climate now to be a fucking
Well, because again, not to be political, even though I have 2 degrees to back me up, I could argue
it's okay.
politics.
We're on financial mistakes. We make mistakes here.
I know. But in a sense, I look at it in this way. People use now as a litmus. They use
as a crutch.
And they use it as a crutch. Before it was a litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
I may have said something or took a picture once, but then they deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because they look at a leader that's openly and very blatantly saying things,
mm-hmm.
and then they look at people like us that are like, "Hey, back up! You can't say that." And then they come back at us and they're like, "Well, we can have it." Well, yeah, you can do what you want. I'm never going to tell anybody. I'm not going to violate your rights.
Mm-hmm.
We live in America. You have the rights to freedom of speech, right? But on the same breath, you're not going to get the right to tread on me. And say that I can't exist because that's not the case. And I think
the misconception of free speech is like not realizing. I had a whole argument with someone about it. One of these faceless clowns. Well, free speech is from the government. Yeah, motherfucker, the state. And he was like, well, you said the state. Like, yeah, the whole government is the state. It was such a dumb fucking argument, dude.
It is true, but
it was, but it doesn't mean you're not free from consequences. You're not free from me telling you, hey, fuck off, man. Like,
and I think that's what it comes down to. There's a lot of sinvergüenzas, people that think that there's no consequence. And, and I think that for me, I don't raise my kids like that. When I was a teacher, and I still have students that I've seen now having kids, they're married and they're adults now in the world. And I see that they say I've made an impact on them. If even that thought process, that just be fair. Doesn't matter anything else. At the end of the day, be fair.
Be fair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Because guess what? Nobody at the end of the day, what we're doing now can maybe change someone's day positively, right? We hope. Yeah. We hope at the end of the day, the videos you post, TG, the pictures you take, me with a quick short or a video I put out, whatever, we hope that we make someone's day smile, that they're happy, right? And that's all we want, the positive. I don't need what I can see on the news. We just
exactly.
So I apologize for interrupting.
Nah, go ahead, fam.
No, you're good. I just wanted to really quick, because just piggyback off what you had said, going off the notion that, they got to have this mindset of basically that, being free of consequences. And I think in addition to that, there's also that additional layer that they also have in their head that basically, like, the consequences don't even matter. Like, even the consequences happen, they don't matter, because look at the top example that we have that's the head of this country. Everything that's, all the rulings, everything that's against him. But I mean, he still got where he got. He's still sitting where he's sitting. So it's like
the consequences really fucking matter at the end of the day.
But I think that we, and I say this almost like to borrow the line from Destiny, we're vanguards in this community, right? We stand up in the face of that adversity to say, this is a great hobby to be a part of. And no matter what you collect, whether it be Hot Wheels, figures, Hot Toys, whatever, stamps. I could care less if you collect stamps.
Yeah, fucking coins. It's cool, bro. As long as you cool. Like,
you're good.
Yeah.
But to have like the things you posted in your videos, where 100%, I think it's just it ruins all. It can be very distasteful, and I'm noticing more and more that's coming up on my YouTube feed. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it as well. There's a lot of people our age and younger, or even slightly older, that are just like, I'm done with it because of this divisiveness that exists in the community. And I'm like, no, man, don't leave the hobby because it's the BS you're seeing. Like, we can put a dam up and wall it out and say, hey,
there's
look,
people that are reasonable. That's the thing, is like, I don't want people to think I'm just being divisive, because there's people that have been super reasonable, despite the fact we don't agree. We still cool. Like, I even got that today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that we don't agree on everything, but we still cool. bro, because at the end of the day, we have a common interest, which is collecting, bro. We should just focus on that common interest. The rest is whatever. But when people are being so overly aggressive about their fucking jokes, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a problem. And then you got other people that are fooled by that, like, well, he told me it was just a joke, it's just leaning into it. That's what it's supposed to look like to you. But at the end of the day, what makes you the exception? Like that joke doesn't include you.
Mm-hmm.
Like
100%.
What part of that makes you the exception? That's the part I haven't understood.
And I think that comes down to privilege. Like when you look at a lot of the content, like when you and Riles and several other vanguards in our group stood up against that, it made me take pause, because I even told you on the side that, oh no, this gray and salt and pepper, this is stress from all women in my house. I love the women in my house, but all three of them. That's what's caused by my.
That's the one I wanted to highlight too. I've had the thoughts of just bailing. Won't lie.
Well, don't.
Don't do it because someone like spoiled it for you. Do it because you want to, and you're just like me personally. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I haven't been buying action figures because I've been going to the range. I love shooting my fucking guns. What do you want me to do? But that's why, like right now, action figures, I'm better off spending $30 on a box of bullets than I am $30 on a Marvel Legends.
Well, let's take it a step further. True Star Screamer, you're saying you want to walk away.
Oh,
right?
I was forced to, line at work today.
And even
we'll get to you, AC.
Yeah, we'll get to you, AC, because that's another one.
Yeah.
To me, I did walk away. And what brought me back was this belief. And one of my closest friends, Dave. Y'all know that's my bestie. It's my brother. I love him. And he brought me back because he said, "Don't let people push you out of something that you love." And at the end of the day, we all fall on hard times. There was times where my wife was the only breadwinner, and Tats, you know this. I told you this. Where my wife literally came to me and was like, "We can't afford this. We can't afford the house. You got to get something." And then I looked and I got a job. And then, of course, what happens? My little one ends up needing emergency dental surgery. Then we have a hurricane. My gallbladder is about to explode. Life,
all kinds of shit.
All the shit that just comes through.
Murphy's Law.
It's exactly what we said in the back.
Fucking laws.
We just had this
all
conversation.
The laws, that is the one I hate the most.
Exactly. And Starscream, if I can say this with the and trust me, I don't pander to people. I'm just saying this to you and to anybody else that feels that way. Don't fucking walk away.
AC, I had 220% tats mode.
Oh shit. That's
damn, papi. Cógelo suave, papá.
I know, but don't bail because don't bail because you feel upset. Like as I said, like I'm a perfect example of people that have hated on me, have affected my mental health, and then eventually I said, I'm 48 next week. I'm too damn old to let somebody that is not in my damn cell phone be the person that's gonna make me feel bad about myself. So
I make them feel bad about themselves.
Exactly. Flip the script. Get to friends like us, and we can easily help you. So please. And then AC, oh Jesus, I'm sorry you had to step out of line, brother. But
papito, yo te tiro después, hablamos. Well, I'll hit you up afterwards and we talk in case you got to get it off your chest, fam.
Yeah, because I can only imagine, because he's another good one that I met on a stream.
Homie. Yeah,
I come on a stream for Tats, and I make 3
but that's what I want. That's what I want. All of us. Esto es para nosotros. This is for us. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I get online and I yell at clowns, but that's what they are, is clowns. At the end of the day, community to me is a real word, and this is part of it. Like, this is what I want Financial Mistakes to be. It's a community. We all come here, we talk our shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Jeff. Thank you so much, brother.
Shout out, Jeff.
Jeff is good people.
I think it's also
he's good people. He's the one. When I was in that one stream of that one guy that I don't want to fucking name, he was the only person that showed me respect, bro. That's why I got respect for you, bro.
Yeah, he was
the only reasonable person.
Solid dude, bro. Like
Mhm.
solid guy, and that's why he's been a part of the safe space like for
Yeah.
a long time. Like he's a solid dude. Like me and him could have had differences, but we sat down, we talked about it, and then he comes through and he supports good people. He cares about, and that's like I said, there are good guys, girls in this community that we don't. And here's the thing that kills me. And this is why I told Tats and I've told TG, we have people out there that are talking about great things, but it gets overshadowed because of the bullshit of like
noise,
of all the other noise. Like, why are we not talking about Tony and Matt over at Latin Legions? Those brothers are fucking amazing. I love my guys. All 4 of those guys are doing great things in the Mythic Legions community, but they don't get enough. I don't feel like they get enough of a shout out. They're doing great things. And I'm friends with Tony and Matt. They've come out and helped me several times in the community. Why are we not talking about a lot of the Latino cosplayers that are doing stuff and the blurred cosplayers? My peoples are doing amazing things. Why are we not talking about the women that are doing great things?
Oh, we're gonna have one. We're gonna have one on our show.
Because Toy Box, I love her. She's great.
That's
my goodness.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done talking. See, that was my sign. See, you gotta know that.
That's the homie right there. Yeah.
I got it. I'm
working on it though. Working on it. Yeah, Tats and Tits. That was a great stream. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'm gonna put it up for the record.
Love it. What did he say here?
Who thought they were solid just end up being pieces of shit. So yeah, Tats, you help. Thank you, brother. I'm glad I can help, because honestly, like, you guys encourage me to keep going, because sometimes I'm like, dude, I'm 43 years old. What the fuck am I doing with my life right now? But I get these comments and I get, people hitting me up like, yo, I appreciate you. Your post made my day. Da, 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 da. That shit makes my day. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think outside of, believe it or not, like, I don't think very much of myself. So when I get all these things and all these compliments that I'm still learning how to take, I'm keeping on the buck. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I do help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. And I think we veered way the fuck off the show.
I apologize. If there was anything y'all were, I know I sometimes will
nah, it's all good.
Steer the car.
Oh, you're good. You're
gonna happen.
Listen, he's younger than me. I'm 40. Listen, I can't believe people tell me he's 43.
I wish my back felt like a damn kid, bro.
Bro, if you think I'm 48, have you not looked at what I got at my desk and my hands?
My back
right
feels
here?
like I'm 65, bro.
Oh, my knees, my back, my neck, my throat. No more. My throat actually, I'm able to actually swallow.
We'll get to that too. We'll get to that too. But yeah, TJ, you wanna take it away, my dude, or I can start however you want to do it.
So
hell yeah, come to the barbecue, bro. I invite you. Fix me a plate. I cook.
Everybody in here is ready for the barbecue. Son.
I'm ready.
Yo, honestly, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do a con. But if I get enough noise, I want to do like a collector's barbecue. That shit would be sick.
We should.
Yeah.
We
should. Don't take my idea stealer.
We're gonna trademark that. We're trademarking it.
Copywriting it.
We have done that on stream. It's actually a legal copyright that we are going to claim the collector.
But I think that would be sick, because instead of like focusing on buying a bunch of other shit, everybody actually does get to mingle and get fat together.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
Bro, breaking bread is the easiest way. I apologize. Question away.
So pretty much just obviously, you wear the Geekdad title right on your sleeve, for all intents and purposes. As somebody who has 3 boys myself, how does balancing, life with kids for you, compared to maybe, you've kind of slowed down or haven't or thought about it, but, keeping up with content creation, hunting down stuff, has anything really shifted in terms of, what you collect in terms of figure, the media you watch? Like, are you more hyper aware because of, because of you having kids?
I would
compared
say,
to like basically before you had kids?
I'll tell you this, because your question is it gives me chills because it's very multi-layered. And I want to answer it the best way
power of
possible.
TG.
I'm saying TG, bro, I got goosebumps. Like, he really, I was like, damn, like, so I will tell you this. 6 years ago, before my youngest was born, I was living with roommates, and my wife and I were just dating, and I had like a room that I was living in a house where I had everything, fucking Funko Pops and action figures, totes under the bed, totes in the closet, video games and everything.
Yeah.
The minute we got pregnant, we were like, we made the decision to get pregnant, and we were like, because we're like, oh, we ain't getting any younger. So we moved into our first place, and my wife said, there's 25 totes of stuff. We have a new life coming into the house.
Oh, you got that speech too?
So now mind you, we had Lana already. Lana's already here, and she's like, at the time, she's 10, about to be, like, she was 9, about to be 10, or 10, about to be 11, sorry. And I was like, shit, I gotta sell this stuff. So I was a big statue collector. I did DC Direct, and I did the bombshells. I was huge into the bombshell line. And I sold all but one, because Black Canary that's my boo. Love
That's boo thing.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And I love Green Arrow, so I had to keep her. And I sold all the rest of them, and I paid off some student loan, and then the rest of the money just went towards buying stuff for the baby. Because right when we found out we were pregnant, we didn't expect that March 2020 was going to be lockdown.
Oh,
so,
shit, yeah.
So Peanut was born in June 2020, right before July, and right in lockdown of COVID. So we were
right in the shit.
We were right in there. So so for me, it was I took a very different stance as a father, because it was like, oh, my kid's here. So now I could, and like Lana was into like she wasn't as into the collecting aspect. Like, she liked looking at toys, but she was already starting to age out into that, like more like we bought her a Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. But when I had Peanut, it was like, she was my, like, I can now do what I didn't get to do with my son, what I didn't get to really do with Lana, but I can now do with her. Like, I can start ground zero and get her in. But then it was like COVID hit, so we're now teaching in the living room of our old house, where my wife's on one side, I'm on the other, she's nursing, and we're trying to teach, and we're trying to do all this, and it just changed everything. So like, I began to limit what I was getting. And then at one point, about 3 years ago, so right when after Peanut had her surgery, and I had my surgery to remove a year after I had my gallbladder removed, I was like, life's too short. I need to fine tune my collecting. I said, I'm tired of having boxes of shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So I finally pulled the trigger, and I went to Hot Toys. I'd always said they were an excuse that I couldn't get to them. I bought some before I got divorced the very first time, and then I had to sell them to feed myself, because you got to eat. And toys don't do anything for me except that, they're a commodity. I could liquidate.
Well, you don't want plastic shards in your stomach? Like,
I mean, we got enough of them already, right? I got microplastics de mas, but
that's what I'm saying. We're already there, dog.
Exactly. I could have fried up, a little omelet with a side of venom, but I said no. And then I was into SH Figure Arts and Mayfex, because I love the higher end figures, but I was trying to balance, much like TG said, I'm more aware of my wallet, and I'm more aware of what I want to put in the house, because space is a commodity, and we all complain about it. It's the one commodity we don't have enough of. It's time and space. And I'm like, well, what do I want to put in the house that I will enjoy, that I'll take out the box, play with, and actually pose? So like Kamen Rider, a lot of my anime stuff. Big shout out to you, Tats, because you hooked me up with my boy Chopper. In my DBZ setup, so I cannot wait to play with that. you know, and I'm getting the rest of my One Piece crew. I got my Bleach captains. I got my Team 7 for the Naruto fans in the house. You know, I have my Spider-Man he's my favorite, my number one superhero. And I have my entire Spider-Man collection. I'm also a huge wrestling fan. But I limited on like, oh, I need everything. It was like, I'm going to buy the Ultimates. And Ultimates take about 5 to 6 months before they release. They usually release 2 or 3 at a time. 4 months go by, they'll release another one. So I have enough time to budget, figure out where I can push. Sometimes I'll even flip things that I'm just sitting on, that I'm just like,
that's pretty good. Okay.
I don't want this, so let's just turn it into equity. And if not, I can trade it to people. Like, big shout out to our boy Ken, the professor. Big shout out to Tats. You know, they helped me out. It's like I got rid of stuff, but they hooked the brother up. And it's not only that, it's like I've learned to manipulate the hobby better for me. Now, would I like to have gotten more into the photography angle when I did? But then it's like you said, it's harder with kids because the time is so fleeting with them. That I think about, man, if I'm here with Peanut and she wants to play Mario Kart with me, I wanted to have that memory of us playing Mario Kart. We play on I'll take her K-pop Demon Hunter doll. We got her for her birthday. I'm enjoying it as much as she's enjoying it because we're sitting there playing with it together. But I'm more mindful of those moments. And I think that I treasure those more than like me running to like a Target, you know, or you know, like I'm aware of what's out, but then I know that I'm like, okay, I can peel it back a notch because I'm not buying that. Or maybe I'll wait till it's out.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's there, cool. But you know, it's like, And since like I said, I collect a lot of Hot Toys, Mafex, and SH. Those are like a year out. So it's like you could payment plan on Sideshow. My mother-in-law gave me a gift card a couple years ago for Sideshow. So like I use those things to take it down. So, you know, but that's how I like to do it. If that answers the multifaceted question, I think I try.
It does perfectly. And that's like, honestly, especially as, you know, for us older collectors, you know, especially in those family dynamics, you know, everyone's situations is different in terms of, you know, what they got going on, what their budget is, what their household is like, etc. You know, all that stuff. So it's always interesting to see, you know, what it is that not necessarily, you know, what do I need to sacrifice? It's more like, okay, what do I need to prioritize? You know, because I feel like, especially, you know, the younger we are and the less that we have to be responsible for or put towards, like, instead of just ourselves, you know, we tend to, especially as collectors, you know, we tend to just basically snap up every single thing, you know.
Made that mistake,
especially like one thing I really hate that's kind of prevalent in the community. It just always feels like kind of a rat race when it comes to like new releases, because, you know, not everyone is like that, but it's enough of a mindset out there that they want to you know, they have to be first to have it. They want to be the first one to show it off. They want to be the first one to
take that shot.
Like, they don't. Yeah. So hearing that from you, you know, it's satisfying, because I know that, you know, a lot of people also have that kind of mindset as well, and it's nice to see that kind of level out, especially, you know, how you described at the beginning, how you had everything all set up, and then, you know, as your family grew, you know, how you took it upon yourself to actually, you know, implement a plan of action in terms of like you still being able to collect, but at the same time, you know, still prioritizing what was actually important, which is, you know, your new growing family. You know?
And I'll be very honest, like I don't pull my punches. I mean, my wife, she's in the living room right now, and I know she heard this. She would probably be not upset with me, but be very surprised. I know for me, it took a lot to get through this thick head that I needed to pull back. And, you know, because she would see boxes every fucking week just coming. Big Bad Toys, Amazon, overseas. Yeah. And, you know, she's seeing our bank account go down. And then it was like, I'm sitting there like, well, no, babe, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like
Mhm.
in 2022, I wasn't working. I was on short-term disability, and I made a promise to take our kids, my teenage daughter and our little one, to Disney World for the very first time. I had zero income coming in. I looked to an entire wall in the old office at our old place, and I said, I got to make this. I got to keep it. I can't be a dad and not do this. And I fucking just went, and I drove an hour and a half to this store all the way up out in Gastonia, out in the near freaking going out in the mountains. And I sold my entire Transformers collection. It was just like, here, take it, $500, boom. Then I was Mercari. I was in the post office, and I was just purging whole things.
I'm about to do that.
As a dad, I was like, my dad wasn't there for me a lot of the times, and I know what it was like to sit at a window and not see him. Oh, I'm gonna take you to the zoo and not show up and pick me up. And to me, I said, I can't be that way to my kids and to my wife and not pull this trip out. And I just went nuts, and I got rid of things that I don't care that I got rid of, but at the same time, I tried to keep the things that meant something to me. And now I have a few things in the collection. Like my wife knows, I have a Batman Mondo animated series. She bought that for my anniversary. That means the world to me. That'll never leave my collection. You know, she bought me one of our first anniversaries, and I think our second or third Christmas, she bought me this Spider-Man watch, Citizen.
Oh, nice.
This was the only Christmas gift I got, and I cried because it's my superhero. It's a gift to show that it's time, it's precious, you know, and it means something. And I think that when I looked at it in that sense, it became, I don't need everything. I need the things that look cool that I can share. Because like Peanut will come in here and be like, Papa, what's that? And then I'll show her the figure. We'll actually, like, she sees the Spider-Man, you know. And my teenager, she didn't kind of like, she's more into the art, like, and I'll show it off because I was blessed on Father's Day.
I haven't been buying much myself just because.
That's my teenager's artwork.
What?
Nice. Wait,
that
what?
Gojo I thought piece is dope.
This is Satoru Gojo.
Yeah.
If you guys know Jujutsu Kaisen, my
Gojo,
teenager drew this for me.
Damn,
I thought that was a still from the freaking show.
Yeah.
No, this is, I framed it, and I this is hers that she drew for me.
Tell her to keep going. Holy
shit. She wants to do, she sings. She can't dance, but she can sing. And she wants to make music. She taught herself how to play guitar. And this is what Peanut and Lana did for me for Father's Day this year.
Oh,
this
nice.
Peanuts.
It's kind of gold.
I like those colors. I like that.
Yeah. Peanut, she just gave Peanut and said, here, go to town.
That's awesome.
This is what they did for me, man. And like, this is what, as a dad, that we get those privileges and those opportunities that you have to take advantage of, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I say.
I got one of those my grandson did, and my daughter painted this dope ass Rick and Morty that I'm still mad she doesn't tattoo till this day, but we're not gonna get into it.
You have to. Let me fix my Gojo. Keep asking questions. I love this stuff. I don't really get to talk about this sort of stuff, so it makes me feel good.
So just kind of piggybacking off all that, you know, we spoke about you know, the family dynamic, priorities and all that. And, you know, honestly, I feel like raising kids right now, especially right now, you know, brings up a lot of heavy conversations about online exposure. And I know in the past, you know, you yourself, you've mentioned navigating the internet with a teenager, you know, and your other young one at home. For you, you know, how does, you know, when you see the real world effects that social media anxiety has, you know, and how much it, you know, it's affected you, affected me, you know, affected plenty of people,
all of us,
you know, how do you balance being active, you know, still being active in the toy community, which, let's be honest, can get pretty toxic, while protecting that safe space mentality that, you know, we all want our kids to feel, see, and have.
So it's a quagmire. I can put it like that. I think it's giggity, literally and figuratively. And I say it like, for me, Lana wants to do like music. She's been wanting, she can sing. This girl taught herself in 6 months. I jokingly challenged her. I said, you can't learn to play guitar. She taught herself how to play. And just watch YouTube videos. We didn't pay for lessons.
That's awesome.
And she taught herself. And she's like, I've been wanting to upload it to YouTube. And I was like, sweetheart, I don't know if I really want you to go on that because, you know, it's a scary place because we all know what happened with Roblox and, you know, now PlayStation and Xbox are putting in those new IDs to lock out kids from playing things and having online access. And I think that's great. But it's hard with YouTube because, you know, we know what we're exposed to and we know what our kids get exposed to.
My grandson be watching some weird shit.
Oh, so does Peanut. My wife, we have like Cherry Pop Productions is one of these videos. And the girl's this cute little Asian girl from the Philippines. And she plays games. But she talks a lot. And some of the stuff she says, I'm like, I get it. You're playing a lot of kiddie games, but you're not. I don't know if I really need my 6-year-old exposed to this. So I had to block it on YouTube. Now, you know, she's big into K-pop Demon Hunters. So it's like, I like that she'll listen to the music, we'll watch the movie, and it's hard to navigate it. It's you know, as a parent, I would have said like 5 years ago before, like when she was one, man, I don't have to worry about that shit. Now I'm like, crap, I have like so many blocked things on my YouTube now. It's like, I have so much blocked content that I'm just like, you know what? I get the Andre that I was 5 years ago, the Andre that I was 10 years ago is not the same guy that's sitting here today.
Yeah, same.
And I like the guy I am now because, like you said, much how from my collecting to navigating to what I would like my kids exposed to, in a world where it's just, there's so many bad influences and things that are out there, I don't need them to be exposed. So it's hard. And that's why my content has kind of suffered a little bit in a sense. But then I look at it as, do I want happy memories with my kids or in time with them away from this, disconnected? And then I can reconnect when I need to? Or do I stay connected and do content, but then I'm like sacrificing that hour or two that I could be playing with Peanut or talking to Lana about college and life or talking with my wife and having dinner, watching a movie. And it's that balance that I think that a lot of content creators that if they don't have kids, they don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know,
you
and
don't
I think
worry about it.
If you have grandkids or kids that are living at home with you, you know, it's suddenly a different mindset because you don't want to sacrifice. I would rather, if it was me, I'd take Peanut out to the movies. And I saw Supergirl with her and I sent you guys those pictures.
Yep.
It was a great moment, you know, because I'm sitting with my
That's
child.
what it's about.
You know, is it on social media? Yeah, I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on Instagram. But, you know, I think that those moments are great and they're isolated. Like people have said, oh, don't put, I got yelled at recently for putting Peanut up on, not by my wife or anybody, but like random people are like, don't put your 6-year-old on YouTube. She's funny. She's a character. Anybody that has talked to Peanut knows she is hilarious.
And that's what my grandson, he be saying some wild out of pocket shit, maybe because he's my grandson.
Dude, that's what I say about Peanut. I'm just like,
but I'm like, I'm thinking about one of these days, just keeping a camera on him for an hour.
You saw that? Did you see that short that I posted? It was like, I think it was like a week. It was on her birthday last week, and I posted a picture. It was a little short, like less than 3 minutes. Yeah. And it's her talking about why I was like, hey, why do you like Rumi from K-pop? She's like, well, I love her. And it's like, I saw the demo in the analytics. It was like people in our age demo loved it. And then it was like wildly liked, ironically enough, not even in the US, in Mexico. I don't know why. It's why, because I'm Latino. Maybe I got the Latino demographic. So awesome. Yeah, but it was just something funny because before, like last year, I posted a video of her talking and they were like, why is your daughter in your videos? You're a terrible father, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, no, I'd be a terrible father if I sit here and all I did was do this and did not talk to my child and chose not to interact with her. Yeah. The fact that I sit her in my lap and we like she's introduced to the camera, that she knows a lot of you guys and the girls that she's seen. And Yeah, I know some of y'all. Some content I do have to like put the earmuffs on her, but you know, but
Especially
other
if
times,
it's probably mine.
if it's yours, she looks at you, she knows who you are, but
Yeah.
she doesn't. She's like, "That's Papa's friend." I'm like, "Yes, it is." But you know, that's the hard part of navigating it. So
Yeah.
it's tough, but I've gotten better, and I think as we see these years go on, it might be a little bit harder or easier. We'll see.
I got you. One quick question from me. What is
Mhm.
your favorite Kamen Rider, my dude?
Oh Jesus! I knew that was going to be in this. I knew you were going to ask
it
me
was
this.
coming.
Okay, so we have to ask in what era is it? The Heisei or Reiwa?
Overall. If you have
Overall?
one, if you have one to pick, I'm gonna put you on that pressure, son.
Oh shit! Now
Which
he's gonna
one would it
really
be?
put me- The one I don't have a figure of that I'm hoping they remake. And I would love to get the driver again. Kamen Rider Kabuto.
Kabuto? Nice. All right.
Yep.
All right. I get it.
He
was dope.
He was by far the one. He was the one rider show I was able to get one of my only anime friends and gaming friends to watch, and he fell in love with it. Now, mind you, obviously Hibiki afterwards did not keep my friend, but Kabuto and Deno, I would say, are the two. I think they are so perfect, and they were the adult live action tokusatsu you needed to get you involved and really care about the character more than it was just the transformation sequences. Because obviously Tendo thought he was like, I'm the messenger from heaven, and you don't realize how much until you see the movie what his character meant to the story of like the whole like the loop closed. Like this is why he thinks the way that, because he really survived the multiverse. And then you get Deno.
Deno's my shit.
Is just
that's my favorite
so solid. It's like multi-personalities that are existing in one body, but they all have one goal to be
the Imagines.
The Imagines. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like
that's my favorite one.
Number one.
Yeah.
I love Axe Form. That Axe Form was my dude.
Yeah, Fies. Deno and Fies are my two. Those are my top two.
See, Fies was before my interest came in. I saw Fies afterwards. Ryuki I saw afterwards. I saw Blade afterwards. And I think Blade was another good one in Ryuki because they're more adult oriented. But again, it's hard because I think Kabuto, like I could introduce anybody to Kamen Rider through in that era, in that time period to Kabuto. Now, if I introduce a person to Kamen Rider, I tell them watch Build. Watch Build, then watch Revice. And if those two are what makes you love it, then you can tolerate Gotchard. And
I would say Build and 01.
01 is actually, I think, what should bring people into the fandom even more. Because again, it's another adult themed styled where
the machines take over, dog.
Revice, you could go into Revice too. Like there's so many good ones, but
I just threw this shit for a loop.
Yeah, he did. He got me. Like, woo, woo. Yeah, Ryuki, dude, I love it. Yo, first you all fall in love with, and still like.
Who did I fall in love with and still like how? Like that's not
like
very
what,
specific,
could you give me some clarification on what is it, a show, figure?
Like a thing, a person,
food.
Like, if I say anything other than my wife, I'm gonna end up in a body.
I know my wife and my kids.
Letting you guys know.
My wife and my kids. My wife and my kids. That's it.
If I say anything other than my wife, bro.
My wife, my kids, and my very good friends.
Goodbye. Just goodbye.
That's what I'm saying. You'll see that just a death. Just like anime, black screen.
Yep. I had to get that one out, TJ.
The Shin Kamen Rider one that was on Amazon that was actually taken from Japan, that was a good one. I think Black was a better Shin Kamen.
Bro, honestly, out of all of them, Kamen Rider Amazons was the best one out of the Amazon shows because motherfuckers was getting ripped apart.
It was also not like your typical Kamen Rider show. Yeah. But, he's saying our first character. So AC saying our very first character.
Very first character that I watched ever, that I fell in love with. It's gonna sound weird, but it's Joe the Condor from Gotcha Man.
Oh, see, that's a good one.
I went deep.
That's a deep cut, but for me, that's not that deep a cut because I know
just because in Spanish is Jose el Condor con nervios acero. So when it said that shit, I was like, bro, he got nerves of steel. That's my dude.
I mean,
and he had a gun.
Bro, they were fine.
And the gun.
He was the one dude that came through. Pop, 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 pop.
So let's see. If I had to pick a character that I first fell in love
Mazinger
with,
Z, yes. Mazinger Z, el monstruo de los feos.
Okay, so because I told Tats this recently, when I went with my on Father's Day weekend, we went up to what we call Uptown Charlotte, but it's really downtown the city, and we saw a musical. One of my wife's a couple of my wife's students were in a musical, and we went, and there was a little kind of stall area where they had food, and I found a retro toy stand at the wine cellar. The guy was a wine seller, but he sold retro toys.
Oh, no shit.
And my wife said, she just said it to me today. She's like, if we had the extra money, she would buy it for me. It was the retro Go Lion Voltron. Because it was the very first.
The OG.
Yeah. Old
with the lead paint.
Yep. And the sad story behind that was I had that Voltron. My parents get divorced. And I had basically, if we took the entire floor of this house, that was my room. And in that, there was a closet you could walk into with just baskets of action figures and toys, all the bases, everything. My parents get divorced. We get pushed to where I have to take a little bag this big. No bigger than a size 12 shoe. Fill it up with what you want. My uncle, who lived in New Jersey, he's long past now, and but I love him. He took the rest of those toys and put them in his garage. And one day I went to go to their house over the summer, and I saw my Voltron, just the black lion. And I was like, well, where's the rest of the lions? I go look at my cousin's friends across the street, and these kids are playing with my fucking toys. I lost.
Oh, that's shit. The violation.
That's
a violation.
I lost my mind.
That calls for a Hulk Hogan leg drop.
Oh, bro, dude, I was stone cold stunned everybody, bro. I was like, I yelled at bro. I rolled up to my uncle. Mind you, my little 13-year-old ass rolled up to my 50-plus-year-old uncle, and I started cussing him out in his backyard at his house.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm not a small dude. I was 13. I was a football player. But I bowed up to him, and my mom grabbed me.
Back of your ass,
bro. My mom was 5'2". She grabbed me and she said, "I'll yell at him," and she started screaming at my uncle, and that's her big brother. Yeah. And my wife, I told her, I said, one day I would like to buy the Blitzway, the $600 and $700 Blitzway.
Yeah, dude, I seen that one. That's just.
But when I saw that one,
for me,
that just 10-year-old Andre just went right back to remembering.
Nice.
Bro, I found one for $100 at a flea market, and then I sold it because I had moved and I was getting out of collecting. This is my third collection. So that was collection number 1. I had an old Messenger Z. I had mostly mecha stuff. Transformers. I had fucking Mighty Mugs. Y'all remember those?
Oh
shit. Yeah.
Wow, dude, you deep cutting today. Yeah. Folks, welcome to the deep cut episode. I like this.
So I had Mighty Mugs too. That was my first collection. I had some of those, and that fucking Voltron was my grail, son. And I found them for $100, and I was like, my wife with me is like, "Tú le vas a dar 100 pesos right now?" I'm like, yeah. Here you go. What do you mean? And then I ended up selling it for $250 because I got out of collecting for a little bit, then got back into collecting. And then now is where I'm more into the 112, scale specific type of shit. And so my collecting was catching dust, and now it has a purpose, is what I'm saying, basically.
So you said something, Tats, that brought me into something that TG had mentioned earlier, how my collecting had changed. So when I was in my early 20s, anime was still relatively new to a lot of people here in the States. And I was huge into Card Captor Sakura. If you guys saw that, it was Card Captors here on WB. But I got huge. She's the little girl that she could use a staff and she would use cards that had magic that would come out.
Oh, okay.
And there was a little boy, Li Xiaoran, and he had a sword that he could do the same thing she did, but he did it on the cards with a sword. And
it sounds a little familiar. Yeah.
It's great old school, and I would buy the statues, and I would go to Chinatown. We all remember Penguin.
Yeah,
we talked about this.
Elizabeth Center.
Elizabeth Center, and I would buy the statues, and when I would get into love, and then it was like, I don't need this anymore. I went to eBay and would just purge the collection. I was like, I had the Game Boy games, I had the Super Nintendo.
It's like figures. You get a hot streak of something, and then after a while, you're just like, all right, bye.
Oh yeah, and I did that with everything until I would say Naruto, and then I kind of stopped, and then I dropped out of collecting for about 10 years, and then I came back in because I was still collecting comic books and manga and stuff like that, but I wasn't doing like figures. As the last, I would say, 13 years, I've been collecting actively. With limits here and there, where I take
I'm over
pauses.
Here like, damn, and I'm like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's a long time when you really step back and think about it. Like,
don't make me think about it.
You guys have me thinking, like, I was like, oh shit, like I have taken breaks here and there.
Look, the show is called Financial Mistakes for a reason.
Yeah,
and honestly, between hunting down rare tokusatsu imports, keeping up with Mattel drops, and trying to outfit a studio. For you, what is the single biggest financial mistake, the one purchase that you severely overpaid for or instantly regretted that you've made in this hobby?
Oh, okay. So can we branch outside of toys and hot toys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a story that is going to, when my wife, I'm surprised she hasn't come in yet. I was expecting her to, she'll probably come in on this one. So November 2020. That was a big year for people in gaming because, as everybody knows, that was the month the PlayStation 5 was coming out.
Yep.
So I was like, I put all the money in the bank account, and we have a shared one, and then I got my own. But I had put it in the shared. I put the money in the shared account, and it was I bought it through Target, and our Target card was linked to the bank account. So $545. I'll never forget that was the number. So I was like, the money's in the bank account, deposited already. I was like, I already knew, right? The box showed up. I picked it up. I'm cutting it open. Now I forgot that other bills were coming.
Yeah.
So my wife, who was now, I know in like end of 2020, we were they had part-time going back to school, and she left. She comes home and she's like, Canto, like in English, she called me a lot of other things, but we'll say it in Spanish just because I think it just sounds better. Canto cabrón, que tú estás haciendo? And I'm like, I was like, oh, and she's like, did you look at the fucking bank account? And I was like, but the money's in. My logic was, and I defended myself, the money was in the bank account. Like, I put it in there. We were covered. And she's like, no, but other shit. And I was like, oh. So that would be my largest mistake that I have never made since, because now, after learning that mistake, any big purchases, minus this TV, because I get a Christmas bonus, and my wife got pissed off with this, but she gets a nice gift because it's our anniversary right at Christmas. So I usually try to offset
first. Soften.
I get her, see, big brain thinking. I do, and then Merry Christmas. The kids get a little something, and then bang. Yeah. But I now listen to her, and I'm like, if it's something that I've pre-ordered, I try to make sure the money's already in on my bank account, and I have a separate card. So like I have my credit card and my bank account. So if I don't have the money in there, then hey, holiday, it's my fault. I didn't have it. The pre-order goes through, it dies. But if I can anticipate it enough in the future, I'm mindful of it and I don't push myself. And trust me, Mattel has made money off of us because I pre-ordered all the K-pop Demon Hunter dolls for Peanut. Yeah. We got 2 of them out of the 4 that we needed. I didn't get the figures because those would be for Papa. The figures were for me. But I did get the Hot Toys, which she was pissed off when I told her how much those were going to cost me.
You got the Hot Toys of them?
I pre-ordered the Hot
you went
Toys.
hard.
Oh, 800 peso.
That's why I said it. That's why I said it.
800 was what the number that hit, and I was like,
yeah.
Fuck. And I got one of them is the higher price version because it was the main one, Rumi. It's
yeah.
You get
yeah.
You get the demon body, and then you get the regular body. And I was like,
cool.
I had to have both, and she was like, mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, because I saw the price for that, and I was like, God.
Yeah, the set, you get all three, 800. If you get each one, it was like
250.
250. Rumi was the most expensive one because she's the
like
lead.
3 and some change.
She's like 3, and then everybody else, like Mira and Zoe were. Like Zoe was cheaper. She was like 260.
And it's like I saw the movie. It was cool. I'm not like a crazy fan. I just saw it as a photographer. I was like, dude, those things will photograph amazing.
Dude, the Barbies. I'm gonna send you some pictures. These Barbie dolls, they're double the price of a Mattel Barbie doll.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this is the collector mindset. This is how you know
Financial mistakes is taking a weird turn. We're talking about Barbies.
I know, folks. I'm going. I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm gonna say this. So I'll use it to make people not feel uneasy. If I show you an $80 SH Figure Arts, looks great, articulation perfect, right? Then I show you what we now say a $30 Marvel Legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I told you that Mattel did what Jada and Storm Arena are doing for a $30 price point, that it's beautiful, you would be surprised. Because those Barbie dolls that are the clothes on them are printed much like our girl does.
Mm-hmm.
They look perfect. The jackets. I mean, if you took the movie and just pulled the doll right out the movie, and I gave it to Peanut, and the weapons look fantastic. I mean, like for $28, I was like,
no shit.
I was like, okay, I don't know if I really want you playing with this as much. And I said, if you break it, I can't replace it because these things are gone. So, but it's crazy to look at it and say $28, and you're double the price of a regular Barbie doll. And I only know this because I got girls. I'm not a Barbie collector, but I'm telling y'all now, if you got girls, you will learn.
They're gonna be like big bad Tyrone over here talking Barbies. What the fuck is going on?
I know. What did I do? But he knows that Peanuts is and Lana are my everything.
Hey, I'm a girl dad too, bro. I did it too. I'm a girl dad too.
And I'll tell you, I did not expect that I was gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
This dominates. My Miles Morales is over here.
My daughter gets mad at me because she's like, you didn't do all these small little like fucking the pictures, like photography. I wasn't doing it when she was growing up, but I was collecting. And she's like, everything you bought was boring. And now I've like show her like the tiny props, like the Pepsi that Shadow Moses sent me, the Pepsi machine. It's like, what the fuck? That is so cool. What the fuck? Why didn't you do that when I was younger? Because 3D printing wasn't a thing. I don't know.
Yo, look at AC what he said. Damn.
I bought a damn gun that was 900 in 3 months. Someone offered me 1,300. That's how I saved my second marriage.
So wait, AC, I gotta ask you, was that the Gundam? Because I used to go to anime cons back in the day, and I remember there was a Gundam that was so big. It came in 2 boxes, large enough that a guy sat on top of one of the boxes. Like, I remember the Gundam figure, like the actual model was this big. But it connected like an intergalactic spaceship.
I know I want to get the blockies. Jesus. My man said, yep.
Mm-hmm. I saw that sell at many anime cons.
By ese precio, I better be able to ride the Gundam and like.
Bro, I'm telling you.
When I saw shit up.
At cons, people would be like, I'm not buying anything else. And I saw this dude literally roll it to a trailer outside of the hotel to load it into the trailer because it was 2 boxes the size of this gaming chair.
Was it like die cast?
It had it was metal and it had plastic. I don't want to say it had lights in it because I don't remember that much, but I feel like at that price point, it had to have.
It had to have lights, dude. At that
That's
price.
crazy.
It had to.
At that price, that shit better fucking move.
For Bandai Namco, it better light up, come with a mini action figure. It better give me something.
Which Gundam was it?
I forgot the name of it. It was from, I want to say, either Seed.
Oh, okay.
Or Seed Destiny. One of those two. Because that was that early, like the late 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. So that would be like Seed or Seed Destiny.
A metal structure, double the size, metal build. Jesus. That thing must have been fucking heavy, dog. That thing must have been heavy as shit.
And yeah, I bet you those guys are killing themselves now because that probably shit ain't worth nothing. Once it's built, where you guys gonna ship that shit?
That's true.
Without it breaking. That
shit should be able to fly to the destination on its own. For
exactly.
That
Can I get this? It's like Uber yourself. just get on the plane. Just fly.
Yeah, like a child. Send them with a fucking stewardess and shit.
Oh shit! It was VU Gundam. That was that weird Gundam that nobody. I feel like that's that one Gundam series that nobody watched. That was between not 08, but X and
VU Gundam.
Yeah, it was the one that they did the weird animation style.
I don't know.
It was in the early 2000s. It was.
I watched some of Seed, Iron-Blooded Bastard, Iron-Blooded. What is it?
Iron-Blooded Orphans. That's what
yeah.
The Orphans was like in the 2010s.
Yeah, I gotta get to watch The Witch from Mercury because my brother tells me that shit's insane. But I don't care what anybody says. G Gundam is the best one.
Oh hell yeah! Domonkashu.
Domonkashu. Yeah. Shining Finger all day, son.
All day, bro.
Shining Finger.
Come on, dude. When you can see a Gundam ride a Gundam unicorn in space, that's the shit.
Yep.
Enough said on that one. And it did have
those
lights.
Transformers that transform on their own are crazy. The homie Damien, man.
I want one.
The voice activated ones, right?
Yeah, I want one, bro. But I can't explain that to my wife, dude. I can't barely explain to her when I buy a $400 gun. I'm gonna fucking explain to her $1,000 Transformer. Like, look, babe, it's Soundwave. He plays music.
So I had to explain to my wife the other day.
She'll kill me, dude.
I want to get a belt, but I'm gonna put it around my chest.
Like a Zets belt.
I don't have the side cam. I need that driver.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she's like, "That's $90." Yeah, but it comes with these little things, these capsicums that I can put inside, and it makes. Is it part of a show? You like? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And
she looks at me like, "How much is it?" Like $90. If I want, but I need other ones. Why do you need other capsicums? Because there's other forms.
Because I want to transform, man.
I want to transform and have the other ones. And she just looked at me, bro, and she's just like,
I need all my versions.
Like Gotchard, I bought all the
drivers.
Shit. I have the Gotchard driver, but I got all the attachments for it. So I have the ride hopper, the freaking ultimate form drop that you got to put it in the middle of the belt where you separate.
That's the one with all the candy one, right?
No, that's Gav. That's
Gav, yeah.
That's Gav, and I have the Gav driver too. Which my friend was in Japan 3 years ago, and he got me the limited that you could only get from the movie in theaters there. Got the Gav and the Gotchard little Gochizo that you put inside the driver. Cool. Yeah, because I'm a nerd like that. And I was like, well, you're in Japan, just pick me up 2 things. I need a little thing I need a Spider-Man something, and I need this. And he was like, got you.
Going to Japan is a life goal for me. That is for sure, dude.
2028. I turned 50. It'll be 10 years with my wife. My oldest will be going to college.
I got till 2028 because my cousin's stationed out there right now, and he's there until like 2028. So
if you go, Cultura Pop can go international. Just saying, we just saying we can go down the streets, and my wife doesn't want to go through Akihabara and Shibuya, and we just walk through. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm just saying. I'm like, I'm gonna have to hit on my cousin, man. See,
a Guyver Rebirth. So
yes,
it has been on IG, and I don't know why, because there's a lot of more tokusatsu people on IG, and some of them, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and some of them are really, really new, and I welcome you to the hobby. Thank you for coming. But Guyver, they're arguing, is not tokusatsu, and I'm like, it It's the number one reason. It's a guy transforms with an alien device.
Well,
Spider-Man.
I can see the argument because they're like, it's not tokusatsu in the sense of a Japanese practical effects, because it came out as an American movie and they weren't exactly practical effects. And in Japan it came out as an anime. So I can kind of see the argument there, but it's a dumb fucking argument because
exactly.
Transforms.
I mean, come on. Guyver!
Yeah.
I mean,
all he has to do is say henshin and
exactly.
then we're good. But I can see the argument being that both the movies were American. None of the effects.
Guyver and then Guyver Dark Fate.
Yeah, no, the effects were practical because it was dudes in suits, except for like the transformation. But the transformation is still not practical in none of the shows we watch.
I mean, come on, folks. If you're watching,
Game of Thrones,
it is a kind of
really a dumbass argument, really. If you come to think about it,
exactly. It's like, come on, man. We don't. If they're real dragons, if they were shit, Game of Thrones, they trained them,
right, bro? Any of you guys watch House of the Dragon?
Hell yes, I do. Rhaenyra all day.
Yeah,
that's my queen. I support her. It's like she's my Roman Reigns.
When she fed all those rich people rats, I clapped.
Bro, my wife walked in.
I literally
watching
clapped.
That. And she's like, why are you so happy? I said, because that's some petty shit I would do. You steal from the poor? Here, you eat a rat.
Eat a fucking rat, bitch.
and she's like, ew. I said, it was probably guinea pig. They probably went to fucking Peru and said, here's some guinea pig.
I don't know, but I clapped. I was like, that's right, you bad bitch. Do it.
She lost her son. I mean, folks, if you haven't watched House of the Dragon, you should be. You should.
Someone else wants to take the Japan trip.
Listen.
We might have to make this happen, dog.
I'm saying I'm already that the plan's already in motion because I said after having my surgery this year, after having surgery 2 years ago, my mind went down that I cannot sit on not doing something like that adventure. Yeah. My wife, when we went to Disney in 22, said she wants to tick off every Disney park. We tick off 2 in Japan, Disney Sea and Tokyo Disney. My daughter, she is the teenager. She's been dying. She's an anime nerd, as you can see, wants to go. And then she wants to see the cars. I told you, she's been dying about the cars, so she wants to see the car stuff.
That's our trip right there. I want to go for the cars as well. Like I want to go for all of the reasons.
Bro, you can go walk with her. I'll take y'all.
Is there a reason? Yes, all of them.
Exactly. Like anime
every reason you can think of to go to Japan, just put in a checklist, check it out. Yes.
Especially when you're a toy collector. It's like you want to go shop at the old toy stores.
Get Mayfex for $40 fucking $50 fucking.
Hot toys.
SH Figure Arts.
Hot
dumb
toys
shit
below
for dumb
MSRP.
cheap. Oh my fucking
Kamen Rider, freaking 3-0 Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
stuff.
like I forgot who's this guy that I watched that he's abroad in Japan and he does toy hunts. Fuck. I can't remember his name.
Is that the guy that is he a Marvel Legends collector? Because I know
no, he collects like the vintage Japanese stuff, but he goes to like those second store, like second-hand stores. Like bro. And everything looks brand fucking new, but for stupid cheap. Yeah,
Mandarake. I'm gonna say
Mandarake. Yeah,
go. You can order from them online.
Oh yeah, that's right.
See, I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, right. Miss Tats and Toys. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. If you do, you know where I live. You send my wife after me.
It'll be fine. I'll just be like, remember that guy Drad talks all the time?
Exactly. It's his fault. It's blame it on me. And then my wife, she'll message my wife and be like, "Oh, yell at him," and then my wife will beat me up.
Yeah. Like, but we're going to Japan, so it's okay.
Exactly. You just gotta take care of them, right? Get them. My wife loves books. Give her books all day.
Yo, mine too, bro.
She reads.
Except that's why she just won't let go of the iPad now, because now she just reads them on the iPad.
Oh no, she likes the wife likes old school.
I gave her my old work iPad, and now that's what she's doing right now, probably fucking on her books, watching Love Island and shit. Bro, I tried watching that shit. It's not for me. It's just softcore porn with a side of Big Brother. That's all it is.
But see, why don't I just watch House of the Dragons, which I get fancy,
and it's like the chicks ain't even like dope. They're like bar slush, like, you know what I mean, like those bar hopper bitches that I don't know. If you've been to Florida, you've seen them. Like, You know what I mean? Like,
notice all three of us at the same time he said that just went. That's proof, y'all. The three of us.
they know what I mean.
We're simpatico.
Yep.
But yeah, man. Oh God. I mean, jeez, yeah. He's saying hibachi culture. Yeah, AC.
Bro, anything. Like my dream was to go to Japan to buy an R34, but the fact that I don't have $1 million for an R34 is not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna go and pretend like I did buy one.
He could buy you buy the little
That's just as good.
the little car.
I have like so many of them. Bro, I have one right here. The R35.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Nice.
Liberty Walk R35. That's why I want to go. I want to go to Liberty Walk. I want to see Nakai-san's Porsches. I want to go to fucking RWB. Like, I want to see the car culture out there. I follow this guy named Albon, I think it is. And oh my God, just the videos are so good. So good. And whenever I need a fucking escape from this shit, I just watch car shows.
I mean, my daughter watches F1 and it sparked her interest. Like I told you, she wants to be an engineer. And this is all the stuff that like F1 kind of has become her segue into loving cars and the car culture. And that's to me, that's such a positive, you don't see many women that get involved in that sort of stuff. And it's like, I think
it's awesome when they do it.
She wants to do it, And it's like, she's the kid's got, she's sharp. Like, she's sharp as a tack. Like, I want to see her do, like, she even said it. She's like, I said, I'll pay for the first Japan trip. I'll make sure me and mommy can pay for that. And she's like, well, I'd like to go back. She says, you know what? When I get the job for F1 and I'm building cars, I'm taking you guys. And I was just like, bro, the tear hit my eye. I was just like,
hell yeah.
That's a sign that I'm raising them right.
You're doing a good job. Yeah.
I don't always think I am.
I learned that recently, that when your kid grows up the complete opposite of what you are, you're doing a good job, because my daughter is the complete opposite of me. And I love every single second of it, because she could have been a little hood rat like I was, and she's not. And I fucking love it. That means I did a decent job.
We have to, man. I want both the girls. Like Peanut's a chip off the old block, but she's sharp as a tack. At 6 years old, this girl's doing math, reading. Like I was not that kind of kid. And I have my other one doing advanced mathematics, taking college classes as a sophomore in high school. Like, whatever I'm doing,
right, I'm put it out there. This is how opposite my daughter is from me. She works with the police.
That's so perfect.
That's so opposite perfect. My daughter is from me, that she sent me my mugshot when I was a little kid.
I love that, man.
Like, that's how opposite she is from me, and I fucking love it, and I support her 100%, 150%.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm not
you guys got more questions.
I need you to come back in one piece.
I saw that. Yeah,
bro, you need to come out here to Mass in the winter with me. We go drifting in the Subi. I do it all the time with wifey in the car. She fucking hates it.
Printed on a shirt for merch. I agree.
Dre, from the couple of videos that I did sit down and watch on your channel, I know there was a bunch of stuff, topics that you were wanting to talk about, that you really didn't have the time, to go ahead and make the videos or content on it. I know a couple of them were, what was it, the Swerve Strickland DC crossover, which I think came out in February. You had some thoughts about the Blade cancellation. You even were talking a bit about the representation in anime when it came to, and I always butcher this name, the
Gachikuta.
Yeah, what you said. Looking at basically, because there's always going to be hype. There's always hype and drama in all those types of spaces, no matter what, But with that in mind, is there like any major storyline or upcoming release that you think the community overall is just kind of sleeping on that you want to put a spotlight on?
I think we need to do. I do feel we need to talk about what's going on with things like Gachi Oculta, because the fact that the mangaka, the artist, she came under heavy fire for wanting to do, because they were doing what in Japan, whenever they have an anime, if you guys don't know this out there, they do stage plays.
Yeah.
So they'll do stage plays like live action anime. They did it for Dragon Ball Z. I got huge into Sailor Moon when they did the Sailor Mew, which were like on full on Broadway productions, which were fantastic to look at. They did it with Prince of Tennis, and with Gachi Oculta, they two of the main characters are black. And they, she had said, I want to do black actors, but they were like, there's not that many people, which is wrong. If for anybody that has done, there's like the first anime studio that's worked with Mappa and all the other big studios out there in Japan is a black owned studio by two Americans. So shout out to those brothers. Keep up doing what you're doing. I feel like we need the spotlight. Why is it that we don't see more of that? Like we see like there's Latinos that don't get Latino roles, or Samoans that don't get now Samoa is because of, I guess, The Rock and his representation with his whole family. You get more Samoans in things, but we're not seeing, like John Leguizamo said it, like I didn't get to play those roles, and I feel like I want to spotlight more things like that, because Swerve is killing it in AEW, being that he was the first AEW black, like African American champion, and the fact that he mixes such his love for comics and pop culture with his hip hop music that he does, because he raps and he dropped like 2 albums. I'd love to spotlight guys like that. And again, we love Blade and we loved Mahershala Ali, but then it's like Marvel drops it and it's like, oh, we're going to talk about Robert Downey. And I have no hate. I absolutely love Robert Downey Jr. But why are we not talking about why they canceled that? Why are we not looking at, and again, it's not because I'm picking on it, but it's just, I've noticed it. It's people of color. We're not talking about these things. And I feel like everybody in these communities, various communities online, will, if you say you're talking about this, oh, we're attacking it. Like DC So Black. Why we didn't have, people were talking about Jay Penumbra and all his stuff that he was doing. I feel like there's certain topics that I think some people that are not, like I'm black. I don't go, people say, oh, well, you don't look at, well, I don't have to look at, my last name Saunders. My grandfather, my great grandfather, they were black. So I know where I come from. And I feel like people don't want to talk about it because they get nervous, but we should. And I feel like if you're not going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it, because one, I have the love for it. And much like you, I like to do that deep dive research and talk about it. Like when I did the Spider-Man and the Web Warriors cartoon. And I talked about characters on those cartoons because my daughter watches it on Disney Plus. And it's like, people don't talk about Miles being called Spin. No, it's stupid. He's Miles Morales. Yeah, he spins because he likes DJing, but that's not why they call him Spin. They think it's because he spins away.
So my grandson's name is Miles because of Miles Morales. And when I watched the show with him and they were calling him Spin, I was like, that's Spider-Man.
And that's
his name is not Spin. He'll be like, oh, well, it's Spin. I'm like, no, it's Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man.
That's the problem,
like,
though, right? Why are we not calling him what he is, Spider-Man? You don't like to call Spider Gwen. They called her Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider,
topics that people love to hate on them in the industry. Oh, they don't get enough love, or they don't really, there's no need, because we could talk about Absolute Batman. Yeah, and it's a great comic book. You can talk about Superman, but why are we not talking about these iconic established heroes and villains that need to be spotlighted and talked about? I feel like we love to, like, much like you said with toys, I love to be the first one there, but then when it's the vomitus of everybody doing it and then nobody wants to talk about it, it gets flushed away and we talk about the next thing. Well, that's partially why I guess I don't have the traction in YouTube.
So I think this is the perfect time to segue into. So I know you know where I'm going with this.
I figured. That's why I was like, look, I served the volleyball. I liked it. I just served the volleyball.
And here I come. So we're working on another project aside from Financial Mistakes called Cultura Pop, which is basically focused on representation. And Cultura Pop, representation matters. So we want to spotlight minority figures. We want to spotlight minority collectors. We want to spotlight basically how it is collecting from our perspective. And like I say, for us, Cultura Pop es para nosotros. Cultura Pop is for us. This does not mean that if you are white, you're not invited. If you're one of the cookout ones, you are invited. But we do want to focus because let's be honest here, Spanish-speaking people and Hispanics right now, we're kind of a target by this administration. And I'm not afraid to fucking say it. And there's certain things that, like Dre said, that should be spoken about. So we decided to go ahead and make another podcast called Cultura Pop, which will be launching very, very soon. And that was a great way to segue into this.
It's true. This new podcast, when I first met Tats and we got to talking, I vibed, and then he stood on the stream for Ride for Roswell for me and Dave. And when you go on that stream, it means a lot to me because I lost my mom to cancer, and Dave's cousin right now, she's actively fighting for her life. And every second of everybody being on those streams means the world to me that they dedicate their time. And this Cultura Pop is such a perfect blending of what he and I want to do, which is spotlight these minorities, collectors, whatever it is, but not just even collectors. It's talking about the
cosplayers,
actual, like cosplay. It's talking about the why. Look at, and I said this backstage, RZA is perfect for why he got into doing what he did with the movies and comics, because he grew up with it. He grew up watching, Master of the Flying Guillotine, 36 Chambers. And then he gets into Wu-Tang, and then he makes movies because of what he loved. He made comic books and action figures because of what he loved. And he's a minority black man making movies about Wu-Jia.
Yeah, about Chinese Kung Fu.
Chinese Kung Fu. Yeah. And I'm like, why are we not talking about these things? Like, we see
the merging of cultures.
We see like Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, two perfect examples of minority-driven music and culture infused into a Japanese medium. We've even talked about this too with the Cholo culture. Car culture in Japan, heavily influenced by Mexican and Hispanics and African Americans over in Tokyo. This is stuff that we're going to spotlight and talk about because it needs a platform. Yeah, there may be people that are out there talking about it, but there's not enough. And we want to spotlight those people because everybody deserves a chance and a platform to stand up and be heard.
Everybody deserves a soapbox.
Exactly. We're going to supply it for you. Free of charge.
Yep. Come through and yell at people along with us.
I got my captain. You get your captain PR, bro. AC.
I want to see what this captain PR is. Capitan Puerto Rico.
I mean, look at the cosplayers that did that. They got with
the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah, they had the Puerto Rican
Flor Elysium. That chick is so bad with the fucking Mandalorian.
I also had Luis, who does the Power Ranger cosplay. Luis was on my show 3 years ago. I had Luis come on, and he was telling me about how his boyfriend helps design his costumes and what he did and how he talked about how he came up. And it's like when you hear his story as a guy who grew up impoverished and then being part of the LGBTQ plus community and then having all this love for something that was so underground. And then now he's one of the preeminent people in New York when they go talk about, like, we need a geek in Puerto Rico. He comes out and he does a great job. And I want to support more of what they do. So Hellspawn Legacy is another one too.
That's all kind of stuff you can expect in Cultura Pop. and we will let everyone know. I'm still working on the logo because, again, people, I am not using AI. I am still working on the logo. I am still working on the music. I'm still working on everything. So it will
you
be
want to tell
coming
them the
soon.
date of the first episode?
Yeah,
Or
go
is that
for it.
all right? So we tentatively, pending that life doesn't happen, August the 2nd,
Yes, sir.
which will be if I'm not mistaken, the 2nd is a Sunday, and it was going to be at 8
Nice.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys are more than welcome to come. It's going to stream on both Tats's channel, on my personal YouTube as well. And you guys will be able to sit and watch. And the first episode is not going to be, we're not going to have any guests. It's going to be just kind of us
An
shooting the
introduction.
shit and getting an introduction. And then I know on the 16th, I am working of August, which is the 2 weeks, we're going to have a guest. I'm still ironing out the details, but I'll let you guys know later on about that.
Yeah, I got a guest coming in. He's a reggaeton singer, reggaeton rapper dude. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Nice.
It's going to be a little different from Financial Mistakes. Financial Mistakes will be mostly focused on the toy community, where Cultura Pop, which is literally translates to pop culture, will be focused on pop culture, but through the eyes of us, basically.
And be used to seeing these three faces, because we three are going to be working together on both of these projects. Like, I don't have a hand in Financial Mistakes, but I know that I support them. I watch the videos, and I know that TG is going to be supporting us. And I do run ideas by both of them because I want us to have like kind of a harmonious thing. So you guys,
and that's another thing that we want to talk about. That I actually wrote down real quick before anything. It's I want to, because Dre, ever since you put that shit in my head, bro, it's been stuck in my head. I want to build a network of like-minded collectors. We should all be able to support each other. There's no more, we got to kick the gate down. You get what I'm saying? There's no more gatekeeping. Yeah. There's no more, there's like, I'm better than you bullshit. Nah, man, we're here. We should be here harmoniously collecting together and enjoying this hobby together. And this is coming from the guy that yells at people on Instagram. Like,
I love it, brother.
You know what I mean? And I'm yelling for peace. I'm yelling for peace, man. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
peace.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what I mean? I think if we all work together as a unit, we can all grow together as people within this community. Because I know a lot of people have too much ego outside of, we already know, we don't need to speak of who they are, whatever. So I want to get rid of that. As you can see in our show, there is no ego. Our guests come here. I want to get to know you. Me and TG want to get to know you. There's a good chance TG already knows you more than you know you before you get here.
He gave me chills. Like, every time I hear you, TG, you come up with those questions that just know how to ninja steal. Like, ha!
Yeah.
Like, and you got me today, brother. I didn't think I've seen you get other people. You got me today. So
yeah, that's that TG effect. That's that TG effect.
I just enjoy, because there's on Instagram, which is where, the majority of my focus is because of, the toy photography and all that stuff. It's not easy to really connect and actually get to know people in the community. Like, I'm friends with a lot of people. I got a lot of good peers, a lot of good acquaintances. And there's a select few that I actually engage with on a daily basis, whether it's, via chatting in different, groups, messages, DMs, whatever, and all that stuff. But, at the end of the day, it's still just kind of, and again, it's nothing against us as being in the community. It's just the way Instagram is set up. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of basically drive-bys on the shots. You're doing, telling people, great job, awesome, because we're all trying to uplift each other, all trying to help each other, beat the algorithm and get our stuff out there and all that. But it's all just very fast-paced. It's basically just like, hi, bye, and just all that stuff, and just. But like something like this, a little bit more intimate setting, it's nice because not only we get the time to sit down, with you, with other future guests and stuff like that, but other people watching, whether it's, during the show or catching the replay afterwards, they get to, take that time to be able to also see a bit more of the inner workings behind the person. You know, it's not just, there's nothing fast paced about it. You know, giving the opportunity for people to see more than, you know, what they would just see as a glimpse on IG.
just the
You know, if
surface
that
level.
makes any sense.
Yeah, it's better than seeing just the surface level. That's the idea of financial mistakes. Like, I want to get to know you. Like I said before, and I stick by it. I don't want followers. I hate that fucking word. I want homies. Dre's my homie. You my homie. We became homies all through the magic of social media. And if we could just create more homies, and we got more homies, we're gonna look like the front of the homies thing. You know what I'm saying? In the quarter thing, just a bunch of us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We need to.
that I feel like that's what we need to do. And you know, yes, some of us may not agree on everything. We are human. We are not gonna agree on everything. But if we can find some common ground, then we can at least start there. Racists, Nazis, not so much. Fuck those guys. But
No, we
other
have something we
people-
agree on. We don't like them.
Yeah, exactly. We don't like them. You can't like those fuckers. But then everything else we can agree on. If you're a little misogynist, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? We'll figure that out. But when you're full on hateful, nah, you can't come into the circle. You can't come to the cookout. Fuck off.
True.
You know what I mean? It's really that simple. You know, but it's a beautiful thing that we're able to share this moment together. You know what I'm saying? As three Hispanics, and I never thought in my fucking life that would be three Hispanics right now in the toy community doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've heard of Latin Legions, but that's just been recently because of you, Dre. So much love to those guys. And, you know, we're up next. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it.
And again, with the guys in the Latin Legions, I say this because I absolutely love what they do. When you look at the hobby, and we see it, like a lot of people that see G.I. Joe and they see like, oh, you know, a punk with toys, or they see, you know, I don't want to put him in the same caliber of 3POA, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about when we talk about that level of people that, like, that's all they do.
Mhm.
And, you know, when you see people like Latin Legions, that these guys are four amazing guys. Like, I've gotten to talk to them. I'm friends with them. And it's just like, I'm like, man, we need to see more, because it's like, why? I bet you there's more. What if there were blurs that are like the blurred legions, like that collect mythic legions? Where are the lady legions? Like they're not, like, you know, like I want to, it's not even just that, like that's just mythic legions. We're not even talking about Marvel Legends. We're not talking about SA Figure Arts or the Tokusatsu community. Like, I want to see all of those like come together and be like, yo, man, if you guys want, come on. Listen, these two guys are amazing. Please, like, I want y'all to support them. If you don't, and you're watching the replay, support both of them. Come through. And like, if you want to get on the show, message them. Say, hey, really I'd like to do that. And that's all you got to do.
It's really that easy. Like, for real, we don't care about your follower count. We really don't. If you're cool peoples and you want to come on and shoot the shit with me and TG, hey, you're more than welcome to. Like, these doors are open. You know what I'm saying? I mean it when I say it. My line is always open. Like, I was talking to a homie right now from the UK that's entering my raffle. So, you know what I mean? Like, the line is always open, fam.
Oh God, yeah, I saw that. I gotta see that too, Rowdy. The whole mini bricks and minifigs.
That shit's still going on,
bro. That's gonna go on. That's like it's funny when I see the people that don't talk about figure content or Lego content, and then I see it pop up on like.
But didn't CoffeeZilla like figure it out?
No, he got into trouble because he made assumptions and they gave him the wrong information. And then Bricks and Minifigs, like the company has been in. I mean, I'm interested in it because we have one locally, and it's like two local businesses have actually gotten a lot of hate because the one literally that's like a 10-minute drive from my house. I've driven by it. I've never gone in. I'm not a Lego person, but they had to close their doors because they were death threats to the managers. So
yeah,
most definitely.
I definitely think the fallout from that is going to be like it's not going to be done. This is probably honestly the biggest thing that's happened in the toy community in quite some time. Like
Since the price increases,
I'm pretty sure before all is said and done, we're going to be seeing a Netflix documentary on it
about this shit.
stuff.
Yeah, give it to next year. Give it to next year, dog.
Dude, if Reckless Ben doesn't become a multi-millionaire, like I'm gonna tell you now, that dude if that YouTuber does not become a multi-millionaire off of this, and then like you said, Netflix decides to buy the rights to do a thing for it. If WWE can do it, and Vince McMahon can do it, Hulk Hogan can do it, and they're all kinds of problems, by 100%, I guarantee you, it's like modern day. Like this is the real world, folks.
Yeah.
Instead of it being on MTV, it's on YouTube.
It's like it reminds me of the freaking they made a movie. What was it with the GameStop and the Short, the whole freaking thing that happened with that.
The Big Short.
We make a movie with this stuff too.
Yo, for real.
How much you want to bet we see that next year?
I could put money on it that we are gonna see it within a year. Within a year, we're gonna 100%. See. Once it gets figured out and they get all the legal shit out the way, yeah, absolutely.
How much you want to bet that they lose so much money that, like, because Lego's already said they don't have anything to do with them. Like Lego's like, we got nothing. And I would love to see when you make an official movie how quick Lego's gonna be like, wait a second, hold up, we want to be a part of this.
Yeah, that's our stuff at the end of the day.
Exactly, that's our IP. We need to get, because Disney, the mouse. I love the mouse, but he's quick to jump on people when you talk about Marvel, Star Wars. You get that Infinity Gauntlet, Disney. We know you got it. So I'm used to seeing it. Sony did it with Spider-Man. They shut you down. WWE shut down all their YouTubers. Companies are quick to jump on us, but we don't. When we don't give a shit. So
yep. So we are at hour 41. What do you guys want to do? We could keep going.
It's up to y'all. I'm good to go.
How are we doing, TG?
I got one last in me. And then if you want to go ahead and close it out. So running campaigns, rolling dice. I think that's something me and you pretty much can say we got in common, Dre. And I think it definitely left an impact on you when it comes to how you view storytelling. You brought up playing D&D with your buddy Josh, and you were pretty vocal about how it hit you, the whole concept of wanting or being remembered, that it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big theme in life, with that in mind, how does that kind of mindset, that theme of legacy, and memory, how does it translate into how you approach, the toy community, and the platform that you're trying to build today, especially when it comes to stuff like, with Here Are My Financial Mistakes and, what's going to be coming out next. What I want to pick your brain on that.
Wow. I mean, he got me emotional on that one because for those of you that don't know, I am a huge, when my parents got divorced, I was 11 years old. Dungeons and Dragons, Robotech, Macross, those tabletop games saved me, because when you don't have your dad at home and your mom is pretty much dealing with the trying to be both parents, that was like my saving grace, to go to my friend's house and just pretend I was a different character in a different universe. And it saved me. And I was blessed, truly, when I say this, that I got to meet amazing DMs throughout my life, and one who I'm still very good friends with, my friend Josh. And he always used to have this religious characters, and one of his these benedictions he would say, your character would say to another character, was never you would say farewell. You would always say be remembered, because his belief was that your storytelling, your story's not yet untold. It's still untold. So you have to live that legacy. Now, how I parlay that into my actual life is I've been doing this for 12 years we got to talk about that. We will talk about that. I look at YouTube as 12 years of legacy where there's been good, there's been bad, and now there's the now. And the now that I'm doing is, like I said, the father, the man that I've become is way better than the Andre I was. Like Andre of 12 years ago was a broken guy, divorced, cheated on, no job. Life couldn't kick me any harder. To now, I own my car. I'm married to a great woman. I got 2 amazing daughters. I have a house that I wanted, and finally we fight for it, but we have it. If anything I can leave from my girls, if I were to die tomorrow, is that they can look back at these videos and say, I knew my dad. That he never once showed that he couldn't change. He was who he was, genuine and caring to his friends, to the people that mattered. And if I can leave that legacy, much like I did as a teacher, where I've had students come up to me now and say, man, I have my little one and I wish you were still teaching because you were there for me when I didn't have my dad at home or my mom at home and I needed help and you gave me your time. And to me, ultimately, that's a commodity that I don't regret that I ever gave. Gave 18 years to a job that I loved. I'm giving my time to my kids, to you guys now. And much like I said, time is a commodity you can't give back. But it's a time right now that I value with you, TG, and with you, Tats. Like, I talk to you outside of this. I am friends with you outside of this. And I think it means the absolute world to share this with others. And if our legacy that we leave this is that you guys found a safe space and are inspired 10 years, 20 years from now to do what we do, then we did it. We did exactly what we said to do. We changed the status quo.
Yes.
No one's going to sit there and say, I have to take this.
Yep.
We had to walk. People had to walk before us to get us to where we can run. Yeah. We're now walking for other people 20 years from now to do what we do. And if I can leave that legacy not only for my kids, but for anybody, male, female, whoever it is. And I mean no bullshit. Anybody that truly has watched my content on my channel, I don't mince my words. I hate when people think that, oh, I'm a personality. I'm not the YouTube whole, I'm Dre the Geek Dad. Yeah. No, I'm Dre the Geek Dad because I am a geek dad. That sign right there says it. My best friend Dave made it for me. That is what I am. I will always be that till the day I'm in the dirt because I like being that. I like being unapologetic, loving my Spider-Man, loving my Tokusatsu. But I can still say I love the Knicks. I can still say I love wrestling. I can still say I love my Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be who you are.
Yes.
To thine own self be true, to remove all doubt. I leave you with that.
Damn,
I love
son.
It. I love it.
God damn.
Hey, man, sometimes you got, like, you guys want, he said that was his last question. I have to give him, TG, my brother, I have to bow to you because that question got me. If anybody that's watched my Facebook knows or read my Facebook stuff, I've known Josh for 40 years and he's been in my life. And he is one of those few people that a lot of people look down on. But
that's awesome, Millennium Workshop.
Oh yeah, Rex is amazing. You guys need to interview Rex. Rex is he's in the group that you guys are in. Sign up to get him. He does buckets of amazingness. Rex has donated stuff for the Ride for Roswell. He is just an amazing parent, a person just as a whole. And I can't speak any more positive about him. You know, I absolutely love you, Rex. I've known you for a long time myself, and Rex is good. Rex is as solid as they come.
Word. All right. So, yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the night. TG came through already again, getting our fucking guest right in the feels. Bam!
Yeah,
right
man, he had me tearing up. Literally, I was like,
Bro,
man, he went there. I
I
was like,
need
I
a
gotta,
fucking sound bite that goes bam right in the field.
can we get that, folks? Somebody make that for us, like an animated icon, because I need that. Because
Right?
he knows exactly what to say. Because
I could not ask for a better co-host because this whole show would be me just cracking jokes. So I'm glad he's here.
Both these
It'll still
guys.
be a good show.
Listen,
The yin
both
and the
these
yang,
guys,
bro.
Please, folks, I want to say this about both of them. Please, not when I say support them not just by watching, support them by commenting and send it to other people to watch their stuff. Like, tell people, because these are two guys alongside with me, but I can say them individually, they're just good people. And you need to put good people in your circles, because you're going to keep a square, and that square doesn't help. You want a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Circles are better for you. And these two guys, I like I said, when I message them and I talk to them outside of the bubble every day, these two are good people. Please support them in what they do. Listen to them, because I'm telling you now, these are guys I'd go to any fight with. These are guys I'd be at the barbecue with. These are guys I'd be sitting on the stoop with. And you guys need to listen and watch their stuff. Go everywhere. Support them, because I will support you, but support them.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. I'm going to just leave him with that. Thank you, everybody that came by. I really appreciate y'all. You already know. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I don't really like saying it, but I'm going to say it anyways. Like, subscribe. Webby, thank you so much for always being on the corner with the smash the like button. I really appreciate you, brother. And everybody else, have a good night. Thank you for coming in and sticking with us for almost 2 hours. You guys are heavily, heavily appreciated. Have a good one.
Powered by Tats and Toys. Tats and Toys.